All right, in this video, I'm going to teach you the bass fills for More Than Able, and I'm going to try to keep them as close as possible to the original, if not exact. And I'll go section by section, and we'll just listen to it, do a little playthrough, and then do a deep dive and figure out all the notes and exactly the techniques and everything that's happening. So by the end of the video, you'll be able to know how to play all the fills in this song. And I think the best part is a lot of these fills can be used in a lot of other songs. This particular song is in the key of E flat, and I think the bass player on this song for Elevation Worship is, I think his name is Shea Wooten. I think he uses a 4-string bass and just tunes down the entire bass half a step. So then he has that low E flat on the 4th string. I'm using a 5-string bass, so I'm just going to be playing on the low E flat on the B string. So I'm not going to be tuning down. Before we jump in, if you have questions or want the tab for some tabs for this song, or the Nashville chart, or even the isolated bass track that I recorded, just shoot me an email, andkaz7@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to help you out with what I can. So the first fill is coming out of the chorus, going into the turnaround. So let's listen to it, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Turnaround. Drums in.
Okay, cool. So the fill essentially is going from, as the chords kind of go from the 6, 5, 4. The fill starts on the 5, which is the B flat, and then you're essentially going to be barring to. This may be a little bit more of an advanced kind of fill, but you're kind of using your first finger to play 2 notes. See how I'm just laying my finger there and playing, so that's the E flat, the B flat, and E flat, and then I'm hammering on the F, and then landing on the C with the track. One more time. So if we do it slowly. And that fill makes an appearance throughout the song, I think 3 or 4 times. So keep that one kind of in your back pocket, and we'll be using it and referencing it over and over again. Jumping into the 3rd verse, there's a really cool build that happens there. There's a few little things that are worth talking about, so let's listen to it.
Chorus 1, all in.
Could have been easy just to do a simple slide, right? But there's a couple things that happen there that are a little bit different. Instead of going octave, there's like a passing note in between, which is the G, so the 3. So there's the G, the octave, that's, the 7 or the D in this case. And then they hit the B flat and slide down to the E flat, so the 5. So if we do it at tempo, so with the track. So I think that's pretty cool. In that chorus that comes out right out of that section, there's that fill again, the first fill that we talked about. So if we listen to it. So there it is again. So if we play it together. Again, and that's not the last time that you'll see that fill. So the next section we're talking about is going into the bridge. And then right on that last note of the chorus, as you're going into the bridge, as soon as you hit that last note, you want to grab a pick and hit your overdrive pedal, because right there is where the bass gets dirty and gritty, right? So let's listen to the track.
Bridge 1.
So there it is. There's that grit. So that little fill, that's a pretty cool move actually, because it matches the vocal. And kind of to go on a little side note, matching the vocal can actually be a pretty cool move for a bass fill. Of course, if you're always matching the vocal, it breaks down. But once in a while, and I think in the song, there's a couple areas where the bass matches the vocal, whether it's rhythmically or with actual notes. And it works really, really well. I'll play it through and then we'll go and break it down from there.
Bridge 1.
That little lick matches the vocal there. So that's pretty cool. And if we talk through the actual part, obviously we're on the E flat, then you have the 2 hits on that second bar, and then what happens is we're going to the octave, so you're sliding into the octave, and then you're hitting the 5th, which is the B flat, back down to the octave, right? And it's easier if you have the open E flat string. I have a little bit more work to do with the 5th string here, but so slide into the octave, the 5th, B flat. So let's play through it together at tempo. Two hits coming up here. And here comes the fill. So definitely a pretty cool move. Yeah. There's a really cool fill kind of coming out of bridge 3 into the refrain. So let's listen to that. Really kind of digging in, driving. So right here, if we listen.
Refrain.
Let's listen to that, just that fill one more time. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool as it builds into the refrain. Let's talk about what's happening there. So we're building on the E flat. The chords are going from the E flat to the F, right? If I play through it slowly. So we're hitting the octave. Sliding down, then doing that move again from the B flat to the F. And then right there, we're doing F, B flat, back to F, B flat, C, octave down, right? So and that happens. Obviously, this is probably the toughest of the fills of the song because it's fast and there's hammer-ons and things like that. So slow this one down and practice it a few times. So if we play it slowly. Even slower. So break that down by piece if you need to. Slow it down on the video and play through that. Let's play it one more time.
Refrain.
Cool. Then it goes into those big hits in the refrain, and there's a couple cool moves that happen throughout there. As you're continuing the 8th note hits, there's a cool fill that happens here. Let's listen to it. So let's play through that together.
Refrain.
This one, again, it kind of requires a little bit of a stretch, but it's essentially going from the G to the B flat, to the C, then to the E flat, and then to the B flat. So G, B flat, C, C, E flat, B flat. Later in the refrain, check out this little bend that happens as the song is pedaling on the E flat. So right there, did you catch it? Right there. So the way I've been doing it is just as we're playing. So if I play is I just do a hammer on the F. So and I think that works pretty well. And again, you're on the one chord a lot through this song. So anytime you can kind of do a little something that maybe changes that up a little bit, obviously makes it more fun for you, and I think adds some more flavor to the song. Later on, just right after that little bend, we kind of go back to that, again, that lick and that riff that keeps coming up again and again, the 5. The only difference in this section, or in this one, is there's an extra note. So see if you can catch it. Instead of doing, we're going to hammer on to the C, to the 6. So if we do that really slowly, and he does do a lot of that kind of sliding in and out of notes, right? So as he's on the B flat, the 5, so there's 4 notes, you're only hitting the strings twice, right? So we're going from B flat to C, from E flat to F. There's a couple more as the refrain wraps up and as it goes into the tag. So let's listen to those. There's obviously some of these octaves here. Octave. Really just digging in. Right here. So that's a pretty simple one. It's just a walk down from E flat to D to C. So if we play it. So just the walk down from E flat, D, C. The last little fill that is kind of cool and it's a little bit different is right in the tag here. So let's listen to it. So right there, it's very similar to, again, that main kind of lick and riff that we've been learning, but the only thing that's different is instead of going from the 5 and doing it that way, right? From B flat to E flat to F, it goes from the D to the E flat back to the B flat, right? So let's play through it so you can see exactly what happens. So it's just, and this is another one of those cases where it matches the vocal, and it's kind of cool if you pay attention. To deny, right on that part. It's not necessarily maybe matching the notes, but it's kind of the rhythm. I think it's a pretty cool little touch, and then the rest is just going into the outro and really kind of driving, and then landing big on the one. Boom. And that's the whole song. And know there's a few more minutes of kind of a refrain and flow, but I think as far as fills, those are pretty much all the fills. So if you want to watch the whole playthrough of the song without me talking or digging into the fills, you can do that in another video that I have, and I'll link it somewhere up here. If you enjoyed this video, obviously give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more videos breaking down fills and breaking down other cool bass parts from a variety of different songs.